Yes, the race was yesterday, and this week I have time to discuss a little bit what I thought about the race and what the drivers did. So let's discuss this. Let's discuss this. Let's cannot speak today. I guess I don't know. Well, the race was yesterday. It was interesting to a degree, but I have these plans to do like I don't know driver rating video after the race, but I never have the time to do so. But today I do, and here we go. Here we go. So Canada was yesterday in my case at 7 p.m. and the top five was Max, Fernando, Lewis, Charles Leclerc, and Carlos Sainz. I usually take notes to myself to do some sort of driver rating on my very humble opinion, but I never have the time. But today I do. So let's start the jibber jabber and let's discuss this. So I will do a driver rating based on their performance and also discuss a little bit about the team performance. Of course, it's kind of it's impossible to distinguish one from the other. So I'll just go through the order I have here. This is just an order like any other. Okay, I'm not going through from the highest rating to the lowest rating. I'm just going through the order I have here on my notes. So let's discuss Max first. Well, Max, it was kind of a lonely race for him. Once again, he just drove off and for many reasons, and he just stayed there. I mean, it doesn't matter what tires are give him. He does what he does best. So let's stay away from top grades. Let's say that 5 is the lowest. I mean, maybe I'll stick with this policy. 5 should be the lowest, even though I'm ready to give lower than 5. But 5 is just, man, do better next time. And 10 completely spectacular. It is not the case. I'll just give Max a 9, because it was Max being Max. I mean, did he do anything that is not? It was over his skill, over what we expected from him. Not really. So I'll give him a 9, and that's kind of the grade I gave him. So very nice. On the broadcast, we barely saw him because he was just doing his thing in the front, and he even started laughing because he almost missed the chicane. So I mean, it's Max being Max. So let's go to Checo. I forget where he finished. So Checo finished sixth. Sixth. It was. I mean, Checo is under big pressure because he has, in theory, the same car as Max and not performing as well as Max. So he's really under pressure, but I think he can do better. Canada, never was his strong suit as far as I can remember. So I'm going to give him a 7. He did well. I mean, he came from behind to the sixth, but nothing spectacular. I think he can do better, and the last two races kind of disappointed. Leclerc, he finished 4th, so I'm going to give Leclerc an 8. I mean, no, let me just rephrase Checo. Okay, so let me go back here to Checo because Checo, I'm going to give him a 6. Okay, in hindsight, in my notes I had a 7, but in review I'm going to give him a 6. He could do much better. He didn't surprise no one. He was kind of just there, but it is what it is. Let's go to Leclerc. So Leclerc finished on 4th. Did Leclerc did better and Carlos better than Paris? I'm sorry, let me just remove the 6 because the 6 was from Paris. Did Leclerc did any better than Paris? I mean, Charles, Carlos, and Paris, did they do much better between the three? Was there a better driver? Well, maybe I could give Sergio 6.1 because he came from behind, further below. But well, Charles, I'm gonna give him a 7. I mean, he did well under the circumstances, and I think for this time around, Ferrari actually did something, did good with its strategy. The idea to stick with the medium tires when you have the pace car, it was nice. So next go to Carlos, and I'm going to give him the same as Leclerc. I mean, they did basically the same thing. Even though I feel Carlos had a little bit more pace than Leclerc, but the team strategy ended up giving Leclerc kind of the headroom for that. So Sergio Perez red-headed did. Alex Albon. Okay, Alex here. Everybody knows what he did. Everybody knows how well he did. He was actually over the top. So I'm going to give him a 10 because that's one of those situations where I give 9 on Max even though he won, but it was just Max being Max. He's kind of the best driver right now on the grid with the best car. So anything below a 9 will make no sense, but it's not a 10 because it was Max being Max. But Alex, with the resources that he was given, he actually overdid what was expected. He kind of driven those tires to perfection, and he defended his position to perfection too. So yeah, Alex deserves a 10 out of a 10 because he actually outdid what everybody else was expecting. And indeed, he deserves the 10 out of a 10 rating because that's exactly what he did. He overdid what was expected from him, overdid what the car was expected from the car, and that's how we get an over the top rating. I don't know what Bottas is doing there. My software is going completely nuts. I need to deactivate something here. Yeah, Bottas, you'll get your turn. Just wait a moment. So let's remove Bottas from the. My God, why is my software not cooperating with me? I mean, I tested this beforehand. Of course I did, but I don't know. Okay, let's remove Bottas from the equation. Let's remove Logan from the equation. So we are rating Alex. So where is Alex? It's here. Okay, so Alex, it's a clear 10 out of 10 because he actually overdid what everybody was expecting from him. So Alex, congratulations. You were very exciting to watch. The tire management was top notch, and not only that, the defending was absolutely textbook, and many people can learn from you. At least taking this race as a reference. Ocon. Okay, where are you, Ocon? Here you are. Ocon did well. I mean, again, he finished in the points. He finished in the 8th position, so well in the points. And again, did Ocon surprise anyone? He's a good driver. I think he's a very good driver. So I'm going to put him in the 7th category. I mean, him finishing the points with the car with a very well performing car. I mean, yep, very well done, guy, my friend. Very well done, Ocon. You did very well, and very pleased to see you finishing in the points. Now we'll go next. We go to Stroll. Okay, Stroll. Yes, he did well because at one point he was dead last, and he finished it in the points. So I think people do not give Stroll the merit he deserves. He's a good driver, very good driver. He's under pressure from Alonso. Did I wait? I skipped Alonso, I skipped Hamilton, and I skipped Alonso and Hamilton. Why did I do that? I don't know. I'm stupid, I guess. We'll come back to them. So yeah, where were we? Whom? Yeah, Stroll. No, Stroll does not get the merit he deserves. He's a very good driver. He at one point he was dead last. So I don't have fractionary numbers, so I have 7 and I have 8. Giving me a 7 like the other ones, nah, he was an 8 for sure. Okay, so again, He did very well under the circumstances and did very well finishing on the position he did. So let's go back to Alonso and Hamilton. At one point, I don't know why I skipped them. It was just with the flow. So let's go Fernando Alonso. I liked the old Fernando Alonso, but I like this one even more. So I'm going to give him a 9. So the top 3, that just spoilers, were 9s. Max because he did his thing. Fernando Alonso and Lewis because they did what they did, what they had. And again, it's not a 10 because it was nothing that we would not expect. Because Fernando is Fernando. Aston Martin is quite strong this year. And Fernando was struggling with the car with problems. He had, if I'm not mistaken, he had either a transmission problem or an acceleration problem or something that was affecting his capability to accelerate. Maybe it was some fuel saving features. Not really sure at this point. If you know in more detail, please put it down below in the comments below, and I'm happy to discuss it with you. If you know why was Alonso coasting so much, but he did, and he finished second, even struggling with all those problems, and he actually did what he did. Then you have Hamilton. So let's maybe from today and beyond, let's just go through the order of the finish races, the order of the end of the race. It's kind of better. So like I said, again, Hamilton 9 out of 10. He did, again, the top 3, they did what was expected from them with the hardware that they had available to them. So kudos to them. Alex Albon got a 10 because, again, he was just over the top with the resources he had. Pretty nice. He deserves a dead stand for sure. Stroll we did. So let's go to Bottas. So Bottas actually finished it in the points. But again, nothing spectacular. But Bottas, I'm going to give him a 7. I like Bottas. I like his spirits, but he's a guy who can finish in the points, no problem. Alfa Romeo, it's not performing as well as I was expecting. But did they bring any upgrades this year already? I don't think they did. So Bottas, you have a 7, and that's a positive note in my book. Outside of the points, we have Piastri. He almost finished in the points. Piastri did very well. You get your 7. This is 7 because I know he can do better. I have high hopes for Piastri, and I know he can do better in the future. Then we have Lando Norris. I'm sorry. Let me get Piastri out of there. Come on, Piastri. Live. Thank you. Why is the grade there? I don't know. Okay. So we have Lando. Lando seems to be one of the nicest guys in the world. I don't know him personally, but why did he get unsportsmanship penalty? Too slow on a virtual safety car. That's very discussable. Very discussable. You get a 7 because, yeah, you finished out of the points, not because you did not perform well, but you got screwed, in my opinion. Talking about being screwed, why? I was not informed about the unsafe release between Hamilton and Alonso. What happened there? I don't know. If someone knows, please let me know in the comments below. I will much happy to know. Yuki again. If you saw my previous video, I was putting Yuki to a much better performance. It was kind of a crazy race, I know, but I was expecting him to be the surprise driver, and he wasn't, and ended up being Alex. Well done, Alex. So I was expecting more for you, man. I give you a 6. Okay, do better, man. You can do better. I think you have a bright future on Formula 1. Then you have Nico Hülkenberg. So Nico, the both Haas's, it's a 6, man. You can do better. Come on. I know your car, it's not top notch, but you can do much better, and I expect you to do better next time. Then you have Zhou Guanyu. I mean, again, the Alfa Romeos are kind of a wild card. I think so, and I think that obviously Valtteri Bottas, he's a race winner. He's been on the top for a long time. But Alfa Romeos are just not performing, and they're kind of dragging the drivers down with it. So it's a 6. You can do better though, much better. Kevin, um, Kevin had a situation with Nick De Vries, and Nick, you are trying to overtake Kevin like that. Kevin is not going to take those. I'm going to give you a 6, Kevin. You can do much better, even though the car did not cooperate fully. Then Nick, okay, Nick, guy, my friend, you have to chill. You get a 4. You don't get better, man. What you're not driving a truck. You just block Kevin twice. You send Kevin to the outlap, to the not the outlap, to send Kevin to almost to the gravel. Come on, you have to do better. And I'm sure your sponsors are down your throat saying the same thing. George Russell, that's a different story. Even though George finished up, didn't finish. He messed up, yes, but he did very well with the car he had, with the resources he had at the time. So George, I'm going to rate George and to the point where he quit it, and I'm going to give George by the effort a 7. I mean, this is almost an 8 actually. He feels, because I don't give him an 8 here because he crashed. So that is going to take out some points here. But he did so well with what he had available at the time after the crash. The car was crooked. You could see he was steering a little bit to the left, I believe to the left, because the car was just completely crooked, and he did what he did with the resources he had in hand. Very well done, George. You were actually pretty impressive with your drive after the crash. Last but not least, to have Logan Sargent. So Logan, does he deserve any time of rating from me? I guess not. He didn't finish. He had a car problem. It was not his fault at all, at least as far as I know. So big thumbs up to you. This is kind of well done. You did very well, and with what you had available, and that's all you could do. Just retire the car. Anyway, this is my opinion. Watch back the video again to see what I said about the driver ratings. But more important than my opinion, it's yours. Please let me know what you think about my ratings. Let me know if you actually agree with them. Let me know if you don't, and if you do not, why you do not agree. I really want to know about your opinion. Like and subscribe. It really helps. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully before Austria, Red Bull Ring, one of my favorite tracks. I'll see you there.